Hi, I'm Ron Sheffield, president of Esslinger, Woot & Maxwell Realtors. Boy, this last week in the news was not good for our real estate industry. Sales across the nation showed a 25% drop from July a year ago. So the sales of single-family homes and condominiums across the United States in July of 2010 were 25% less than they were in July of 2009. Now, of course, we all get painted with the same brush across the country, but we know, living in South Florida, that our market is different than the rest of the United States. We are fortunate to be in a market where about 35% of our sales are driven by our international buyers. You know, when you look at the statistics in our business, you really need to look at least quarterly averages. To look at 1 month many times is very misleading. If you look back at the last 3 months, this is May, June, and July of 2010 versus May, June, and July of 2009, Miami-Dade County had a 7% increase in the number of sales for that 3-month period. Broward County had a 6% increase in the number of sales for that period. Our inventories in South Florida are half of what they were in the summer of 2008. So as you look back at this period we've been through since the spring of 2005, when the recession really began, if you look back in April of 2005 is when we had the lowest inventory and the highest number of sales. And we continued with a pretty good year throughout most of 2005 until we hit the 3 hurricanes in the fall, late summer and fall of 2005. And that really accelerated the recession for the South Florida market. So as we moved into 2006, we saw sales beginning to slump pretty badly, and inventory started to increase dramatically each month. We continued increasing inventories until the summer of 2008. Well, in the summer of 2008, values had dropped at that point, and now we have seen inventories literally drop in half in the last 2 years. During that same period of time, our average monthly sales have doubled during that same period of time. Now, the reason that we're having such good activity is because our prices have fallen. We have rolled back to about the 2002 level of pricing. So we peaked out in pricing sometime at the end of 2007, and now we're back to about 2002 levels. But the good news is that we have leveled off our prices have leveled off for the last 6 quarters. So for the last year and a half, our median prices in both Dade and Broward County have pretty much been the same. And of course, what we're seeing now is that many of our buyers are taking advantage of the lower prices coupled with the low interest rates. You know, interest rates today in our market are at historical low levels. We have now fixed rate, 30-year fixed rate conforming mortgages, and conforming in our market is anything below $423,750. So for mortgages below $423,750, the mortgage rates today are somewhere in the 4% ranges. And even with the jumbo markets above that amount, you know, we're still in the 5% ranges. Again, levels that we have never seen in most of our lifetimes.